Christine from Pack Hacker. In this video, we're taking a look at the daily crossbody from Away, which I've been testing for about a month. Let's jump in. So looking around the daily crossbody, it's got this sort of boxy shape. It can stand up pretty well on its own, but it's got this sort of sleek look about it. Depending on how you carry it, it can be a little bulky, but we'll get to that later. It's made of water-resistant black nylon, which is just a little noisy, but I mean, that's not a big issue. It didn't bother me any, and it fits in well depending on where you're taking it. It can go a wide variety of places and still sort of complement your style. It's got minimal branding here. We've got this little Away down here on a leather tab, and then all of the zipper pulls also say Away on them. The zippers themselves are CCBS, which is a brand we're not too familiar with, haven't experienced much, but it works well. They slide pretty well, and I haven't had any issues with them. And then taking a look at the other hardware, we've got, it's just unbranded hardware, but we've got this metal slide here on the shoulder strap, which the strap itself is a little on the coarser side. It's a little coarser than some other bags we've tested, but it didn't bother me any. And then taking a look at, we're gonna get into this waist belt later, but there's metal buckle on that, which is rather heavy, but otherwise not really a problem. And then the other hardware here, we have these metal swivel hooks that we use to attach the shoulder strap, and they function really well. They swivel nicely and they're easy to attach and detach. But the only issue we've noticed is, hopefully you can see here, there's a little chipping going on here already with the coating chipping off of the hook itself. And since we've only been testing this for a month, we would expect that it's probably going to get a little worse as time goes on. So it's just something to make a note of. Okay, so the daily crossbody has two different ways, two different straps to carry it by. We've got the adjustable shoulder strap here, which is very easy to slide via this slide here. And then you can see just bloop, goes very easily into place whatever length you want it. There's this nice leather strap keeper, which I really like because then there's no extra strapping hanging around. And then if you don't want to use it, you just unhook it and set it aside. And now we're going to look at the waist strap, which is hidden back here with these little pockets. It is always attached, but it's hidden and it can be tucked away if you're not using it. The strap here is a satiny, like webbing, but more like a seatbelt strap. And the buckle is rather heavy, so that's something to make a note of. But it also has the leather strap keeper, just like the shoulder strap, but this one is sort of, it's harder to adjust. I mean, that's good because then you don't have to worry about it coming undone on you, but you can see I'm having a little bit of an adjustment, a little bit of an issue adjusting it there. So it's just something to make a note of. So starting off here with the waist pack, it's rather bulky and it sort of leans forward, and it's so bulky it kind of makes me feel like an 80s mom, which is not a look I'm digging. And then also it causes the heavy buckle to bulge into, like, dig into my back, which I do not appreciate either. So you can wear it as a sling to keep your essentials close at hand. Just make sure you wear it over your right shoulder here to keep the front pocket opening upward instead of downward. Also, find the fit before you put it on because it is impossible to adjust this belt while it's on you. So obviously this is a crossbody bag. It's designed to be worn crossbody, and I felt this was the best way to carry it. It's whether you want to tuck it around behind you, tuck it around ahead in front of you. It is comfortable, doesn't dig in anywhere, and I really liked it this way. Okay, so this front compartment here opens with a one-sided zipper, and it's got this dedicated phone pocket, which I do say because they call it a dedicated phone pocket. And I liked having it. It was a great place to stash your phone. What I didn't really like is that it faces away, if you can see, because we have a one-sided zipper here. I wanted to be able to just unzip partially and reach in and grab my phone. And I can't because you have to unzip it all the way. And then sometimes, like if it's not very full, you have to hold the bag with one hand because you can sort of see, it sort of gets hung up on these corners here to re-zip it or to unzip it. So then it just made what I felt was supposed to be a nice quick access feature of having this nice phone pocket. It made it not as easy to access as I would have really liked. Now, silver lining here, we're going to look at a silver lining here. It is also the same size as your passport. So you can slide your passport in there, and in that case, we definitely like the fact that it would take somebody a lot longer to unzip it and to get into that and steal your information. So choosing to look on the bright side here, and really in the long run, I mean, I got used to unzipping it all the way to access my phone. I just thought, well, if it's supposed to be this nice quick access pocket, it should be a little quicker to access. So for the rest of this compartment, it's just open here. You can see I've thrown my wallet in here, some hand sanitizer. There's no further organization, and it's not a really huge pocket, so there's not a ton you're gonna shove in here anyways. So I didn't miss any additional organization. And yeah, that's that. So to get into the main compartment of the bag, we have a dual-sided zipper here that unzips past the bottom of the bag. You can see there. So it really allows you to have complete access to everything in this bag. We've got a light gray liner here, and while it opens so far, it's held by these 5-inch gussets that are sewed all the way to the bottom of the bag. So we're not losing anything out the bottom here. You know, you have loose change, it's staying contained. So that's kind of nice. So it's nice because it allows you to see everything without having it all spill out. Starting from the back here, we have this little just flat pocket that spans the width of the bag, and it's got the leather trim on top, which is nice, and then the Away logo here. And it's a good spot for, I thought, flatter items. Like I've got some cash, my AirPods fit here. I mean, there's two pockets, so you can sort of just pick and choose the way you want to organize it. This is just how I organized it, but it's nice to have the organization so it's not just dumping it all in a 2-liter bag. On the front of it is this key leash. It's got this nice long leash, and it is long enough, I found, to take the keys out and actually be able to access your door or key fob without detaching them, which is nice. But it is detachable, so if it's not something you like to use, you could hook something else there, which is a nice feature. We're gonna flip around here to the front side. We have a zippered mesh pocket here. So I used it more for like little toiletries, you know, ponytail holders, lip balms, lipstick, stuff like that. Things that in other bags I've found get lost at the bottom. Then beyond that, you still have a lot of space. You can see I've got sunglasses and tissues here. This is a packable jacket, which I always need extra layers, so it's nice that I have room to put it in. But you don't, you know, You don't have to use the full 2-liter capacity, but you have room to put a lot of things. If you are going out for the day, you can pack snacks or whatever and still have plenty of room to carry everything. So there you have it, the daily crossbody from Away. Thanks for keeping it here at Pack Hacker, your guide to smarter travel. We'll see you in the next video.